Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Late Night with Uncle Fran. We'll try and make this one quick so that everyone can go and watch the Super Bowl this year. Me personally, I'm rooting for the Seattle Seahawks. But I'm not rooting for the dirty corporate networks that run those Super Bowl ads and charge $7 to $8 million per 30-second slot. Are you kidding me? How are the little guys like me and Bert supposed to put our name out there if you won't let us? Luckily, though, we have a platform of our own here, and Bert and I have decided to share with you, the people, our Super Bowl ad that we could not afford a slot for this year, but we still think you will enjoy. Here it is.
Excuse me, you're in my seat.
What a good Super Bowl game, Bert. Who do you want to win this year?
I want the Houston Rockets to win.
Oh, never mind. I gotta say, I appreciate you bringing your game day dip, as you always do. It's so good on the taste buds.
Of course. This year I added a couple of my special ingredients.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What'd you add this year, Bert?
So I added my ultimate juice, of course.
Mm.
And then I added my 5-hour energy.
Wait, like 5-hour energy or like your 5-hour energy?
It's crack cocaine.
Bert, you know I stay up late when I have crack cocaine. It keeps me awake.
Yeah, but we get to watch the Puppy Bowl together.
I don't care about the Puppy Bowl.
I put $5,000 on the Puppy Bowl.
Oh my God.
Where do you think that Social Security money goes?
Oh, goodness me. Well, looks like it's going to be a late night with Uncle Fran.
Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern
Ah, what a charming little commercial. It's a shame that those dirty networks wouldn't let us air it, but what are you going to do, independent business owners? All right, enough jib-jab. Let's get right to the letters. Here's this week's installment of Dear Uncle Fran. Alrighty, this week's theme in conjunction with the Super Bowl is parties. Our first letter comes from Jackson, age 24, from Missouri. He writes, Dear Uncle Fran, my wife is huge on hosting parties every weekend. I'd rather just have a couple friends over for the game. How do I stop the excessive parties? Signed, Jackson. Well, hello, little Jackson. Well, let me tell you something, young man. Your first mistake was getting married so young. Of course, that dog of a wife of yours is going to drag you down everywhere she pleases, and she's going to have little parties with little quiches and little hors d'oeuvres and things of the sort when you'd rather just have a couple men over and have some beers and talk big talk during the game. So, how do we get back to those glory days for you, little Jackson? Well, what I would recommend to you is when your wife has one of her little shindigs, you gather everyone in a room and command the attention of the room. Tell a charming story that you have. Your wife will see that she can trust you with her company, and she will move on to the kitchen to finish up the last touches. When this happens, Jackson, you drop something on them that is so uncomfortable, they have no choice but to stare at each other in disbelief and silence. You tell them perhaps about a visit you recently made to the doctor, a colonoscopy, some kind of lump he found in your rectum that you just can't shake from your mind. Yes, he told me I have a probe in my anus that I need to have removed as soon as possible, or something of the sort. You can get creative with it. The point is to silence the room before your wife returns. She'll have no idea what happened, and nobody will have the gall to bring up to her what you just said. When they leave, they will surely not return. And if they bring it up to her and she brings it up to you, deny, deny, deny. Deny everything. Tell her they're insane. Why would I ever say anything like that? You know me. You know I didn't experience something like that. This is called gaslighting, and it's very useful in certain situations. Alrighty, little Jackson, I am sure that's enough fodder to get you through the week. Good luck to you, young man, and God bless. Okay, next up we have little Danny, age 17, from Michigan. Dear Uncle Fran, my parents are going out of town and I want to throw a rager. How can I make it memorable? Signed, Danny. Well, hello, little Danny. Lucky for you, I've been to a party or two in my day, and some of them were very memorable. I'll share some highlights with you, and hopefully you can implement them to your party and make it a good time. One of the first parties I remember that really stuck out to me was when I was about 12 years old. My parents hosted a naked party. Nobody was wearing clothing, and I was tasked with serving hors d'oeuvres on a platter and warm towels, of course. That really stuck out in my mind. Another time, when I was in my late 20s, we had a party down in Vietnam, of course, and they wanted to entertain us, so they brought in a chimp named Jocko, and he started eating people's faces and ripping people limb from limb. It was really something to behold. Yes, there were a couple casualties at that party, which, trust me, made it memorable. And then, upon my return from Vietnam, me and about 20 of my closest friends, we got together in a diner, and I guess you could call that a party, but really it was just all of us sitting around telling old war stories about times where we tasked with killing the enemy, deleting villages, and ripping families apart from one another. So, to recap, clothing optional, bring an animal, and tales of the death of your soul will really make for a memorable party. Hope this helps, little Danny. Good luck to you, young man. And finally, of course, we have letter number 3 right here from Sweet Janessa, age 30, from New Hampshire. And she writes, Dear Uncle Fran, I just found out that I wasn't invited to my friend's engagement party. Is it me? Am I the problem? Signed, Janessa. Well, hello, little Janessa. I'm going to be frank with you. You are probably the problem if you weren't invited to this party. Let's start with your whack ass name, Janessa. What the hell is that? Are you Jennifer? Are you Vanessa? Tell your parents to pick a goddamn name or else they wouldn't have such a weird daughter. Janessa, 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 you sound like you have a case of weird girl syndrome. Yes, I'm all too familiar with it. You probably chew on your hair, probably have one or two fingers on one hand, and you chase people around like some kind of hag. Let's see, age 30, yes. I bet you haven't had a long term relationship. Have you ever wondered why, Janessa? Have you ever wondered why all your friends disappear from your life? Of course, I'm just playing make believe, but I do think I'm dead on with my description here. Hope this helps you in some way, Janessa, though I can't really see how. Good luck to you, young lady, and God bless. Alrighty, it's going to do it for our Super Bowl letters this week. Now it's time to see how excited Bert is for the big game. Alrighty, hello Bert, how are you today?
I'm good, Fran. Yes.
Oh,
How are you? Yeah.
ew. That thing on your face is quite disgusting, Bert.
Do I have a booger?
No, I'm talking about the mustache you have there. It's
Oh
very
no, I
uncomfortable.
like the mustache.
Really, you
Yes.
do? Yes.
Yes, because I had the beard. I didn't like the beard, but
Right.
I started liking the mustache. I thought it really suits me.
I don't know about that, Bert. It looks like a dying caterpillar just laid under your nose there and decided this is the last cruel place I want to be before sweet release of death.
That's okay. I can take it. Keep on saying your little insults.
No, no, that's the last one for now. That's okay. But happy Super Bowl Sunday, Bert. Have you been
Oh yes,
excited to watch the game today?
yes. Oh yes, yes. I forgot about that. Yes.
Really, you forgot about the Super Bowl?
Yes. The last Super Bowl was funny. So I was with some of my pals, and we played board games. Yeah.
Played played board games during the Super Bowl, Bert?
Yes. It was really exciting because they brought out my favorite board game, and that was you remember Candyland?
Oh yes, of course. How could I forget Candyland?
Yes, yes. I actually went to Candyland the other day. Yes.
What? What are you talking about?
Candyland, like the board game. There's a place that's called Candyland.
The land of Candyland is fictional, Bert. It's made up for that game.
No, I went to a Candyland. I went to a Candyland the other day. I was taking my morning walk, and usually, I walk like 15 miles. I like to take my walks at night.
Your morning walk you like to take at night?
Yes, because sometimes I sleep really, really late, and I wake up, and that's my morning. Someone consider me nocturnal. Yes. So I stumbled upon Candyland in my walk, and I walk in, and there's a man at the door. I was like, "Oh, you must be King Candy." He asked for some money, and I said no, and he didn't let me in. So
Bert, what did King Candy look like?
he was big, and he was black, and he was bald, and just had tattoos all over the place. It's just,
Bert, are you talking about the Candyland over across from that Wendy's on Highway 93?
you know what I'm talking about.
I do,
Yes.
yes,
So
yes. It's not the true Candyland that you kids might be familiar with, but it is definitely enjoyable. Yes, that is the truth.
well, so it was funny because I went to Canada and I was really excited because I was like, oh, is King Candy rejecting me? Is that the first level? So I said, this is an interactive Candyland. So I went around the back. It said, do not enter. I was like, oh, this is a trick.
I don't know about that.
This is a trick. So I pushed the door open and I was like, I'm not giving my green stuff to King Candy. There's a couple like booths almost, and they had curtains similar to this, but except it was like a square. You couldn't see inside the booth. Yes. And so I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. That must be like mini games.
Yes, one would call it that.
I kept on walking, and then you got to like the main area, the main game board, as I like to call it.
Mm.
And it was like a mix of like shoots and ladders too. There's like a giant like pole you slide down.
Mm.
And to get on top of it, you had to climb on this stage, and
You
so
went on the stage, Bert?
I did. So I started twirling on the pole, and King Kenny came up to me again. He was like, "No, you cannot do that." And I ignored King Candy
Mm.
because I met. I think it's one of like the players in the game. There was this girl who came up to me called Pinkalicious.
I know her well, actually, yes.
After King Candy was being mean, she stepped in the way. She was like, "No, no, Bert is mine." And I said, "Oh, Pinkalicious." So then Pinkalicious was like, "Do you want to come with me?" And I was like, "Oh my God, this is the next level."
It's definitely next level with Pinkalicious, yes.
She started taking me back to the square that I was telling you about,
Mm-hmm.
and she started showing me her boobies. And I thought everything was supposed to be pink. Your name's Pinkalicious.
Bert, Pinkalicious is a chocolate gal. She's more of a mocha cappuccino color. She's got the smooth caramel.
I'm not saying it didn't work. I'll tell you that. It worked on me like the Express 8 train. The little buddy downstairs said, "Hello."
Okay, Bert, that's enough. We don't need to go much further beyond that. We all get it. You went to Candyland. Candyland was a strip club. I know Pinkalicious quite well. I see her every Tuesday evening right after my nightly yoga, and that's it. We don't need to go further than that. You're getting a little too graphic for the broadcast. We must remember this is a children's show.
They should learn about boobies at a young age, especially the young men watching.
Oh, trust me, they know. It's why we put programming like this in front of them, try and steer them on the right way of the world, not end up like you with your disgusting little mustache on your face.
There you go with the mustache.
I'm sorry, Bert. I can't sit here idly when that thing is jumping out at me like a rodeo clown in a pig's dress. You look like you like to kidnap children, which you've admitted on the show that you do. This doesn't help your case. And I'll tell you one other thing, too. If that Epstein list does come out and your name happens to be on it, that dirty little thing on your face is doing you no favors. It's disgusting. And look at it, thriving in the shade of your huge schnoz right there. It's so dark, dirty, mysterious in the wrong way.
Sydney like that.
Bert, you've gone too far once again with the
Oh,
Sydney comment. I
I've
mean, you
gone
know
too
what that
far.
did to us last time. You
I've
can't be
gone too
saying
far.
things like
I've gone too far.
Patricia.
Say goodbye to your girlfriend.